The barriers to practical adoption is on a pale pink page, number 14. As with previous sections, it starts with a key takeaway statement. Practical barriers such as cost, infrastructure, system design, and the rapid pace of technological change limit who is able to benefit from digital technologies, risking exclusion even among those who are motivated to use them. The text then goes on to explain, while participants recognized the potential of technology to support well-being, many highlighted practical barriers that limited adoption or sustained use. Cost was a significant issue, particularly where technologies needed to be purchased privately. For example, nearly a third of survey respondents, 31%, 43 of 139, who are digital users, identified cost as a major barrier to adopting or continuing to use technology. Participants also raised concerns about infrastructure and connectivity. Unreliable internet connections, poor mobile signal, and inconsistent access to technical support reduced confidence in using digital tools, particularly for those living alone or in rural and coastal areas. There were concerns that if technology failed, there would be limited alternatives or support. Technology being introduced into access pathways for services was identified as a further barrier. Examples included touchscreens in hospital and clinical settings, and automated telephone systems requiring users to navigate multiple options by pressing numbers. These systems were often experienced as exclusionary, particularly when no accessible or non-digital alternatives were available. Trust in technology, including emerging uses of artificial intelligence, was another concern. This was compounded by the fast pace of technological change. For example, frequent updates to layouts and devices becoming obsolete made it difficult for people to retain confidence and familiarity over time. Together, these barriers illustrate that motivation and interest alone are not sufficient to enable successful technology use. Without attention to affordability, infrastructure, accessible system design, and ongoing support, digital technologies risk reinforcing existing inequalities rather than reducing them. There is also a quote on this page from a participant at the Hertfordshire focus group in large font and illustrated with a speech mark icon,